I am so excited for this video, you guys. Do we like the sweatshirt, you guys? Do we like the sweatshirt? Hey guys, what's up? It's Belle. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello. If you come back, thank you so much. Today, I am so excited for this month's TBR video, you guys. I know I've seen a few people do this, especially in the past, but it's the first time I've done it on my channel and I'm super excited to get into it. So today, you guys, I am doing our July TBR, but our concept for today is my BookTok besties pick my TBR. I do have a couple of books that I need to read this month, so those I'll go through first. But the other books, I got some of my other bookish gal pals to pick for me, so I will go through the prompts in a second and tell you guys what they ended up picking, which is super exciting. So without further ado, let's get comfy, let's get cozy, and let's get right on into the video. Okay, so before we get into what my besties picked, I am going to talk about the 3 books that I need to read this month, or have picked, oh my god, to read this month. So the first book that I'll be reading this month is The Au-Pair Affair, and this is by Tessa Bailey. This is her new release. I've just been sent this by HarperCollins, so thank you guys so much. I will be prioritizing this earlier in the month. I think it comes out on the 16th of July. I really do love Tessa's books. She is one of the authors that first got me back into reading when I started a couple of years ago. So she'll always have a special spot in my heart, and I can't wait. This looks so good. This is Single Dad and Nanny, so I'm very excited for this. The next book that I'm going to be reading this month is going to be part of my first ever book club pick. We are going to be doing this on TikTok as well, so if you guys don't follow me on there's a link in the description, so feel free to if you would like to. We are going to be reading The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, which I'm so excited for. This has been highly anticipated for me for a very long time. However, I was on live a couple of weeks ago, and not a couple of weeks ago, girl, a couple of days ago, and I was chatting with you guys and we were like, what should we do? What book should we do? And you guys were like, oh, 7-Year Slip. I was like, perfect, thank you. I've heard that every single person who's like read this has loved this, so I feel like I'm also gonna love it, you know. And finally, because I have been itching to read a fantasy and I am leaving Throne of Glass for another month, I'm gonna just dedicate a whole month to Throne of Glass. I am gonna be reading The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and this is by Carissa Broadbent. Like I said, romantasy has sort of just been scratching a nice itch in my brain this year, and I've just been wanting to get back into it, so I've heard nothing but good things, and I just really want to get on the bandwagon before they change all the covers, which they've done again in Australia for some reason. Apparently this is like Hunger Games but with like vampires. I don't know, I'm excited. Okay, you guys, I'm so excited to get into today's video. So let's just get started. So what I did for this video is I had my like little spinny wheel pick a random bunch of prompts, and then what I did from then is like I sent a prompt away with 2 choices to one of my besties. So the first prompt that I had for this month was a book that I bought last year. So I bought a lot of books last year, let's just say that, and I have not read them, let's be for real. So the 2 that I picked were The Plus Ones by Maisie Eddings, which I'm pretty sure is just a nice little cute fluffy romance about these 2 people who are needing a date to a wedding. I think it's an ex's wedding too. Or If We Ever Meet Again by Anna Huang, which is, I forgot what these books, like, is it If Ever, like this series? If Love, there we go. It's the first book in the If Love series. I bought all of them because I just love Anna so much, but I just haven't had a chance to get around to them. Also because I've heard that they were in third person, so I don't know, I sort of put them off. So these were our 2 options, and the lovely girly pop that got this question was one of my lovely friends, Miss Tayla. I will put her page here for you guys. I met Tay a few years ago, like I haven't met her in person yet, but like on TikTok. And she is just so lovely. She is the funniest person ever, man. Like if you guys love small town romances, she's always got the good recs for you. She's just a good time. She matches my vibe, you know what I mean? So I sent Tay a lovely message yesterday, and I just said, hey bestie, could you please pick between these 2 here? So let's see what she had to say. I've got them up on my computer. She said, hello Angel, oh my god, stop, this is such a great idea. I went and did my research to help me make a decision, and I'm gonna go with the plus one. I hope it's good. So Miss Tay, thank you so much, Miss Taylor, for this. I'm very excited to read this, so I'm gonna have to let you guys know how it goes. So that's our first book of the girly pops pick, but our 4th book on the TBR for the month. Okay, so our second prompt that I ended up pulling was a book by an LGBTQ plus author, which you guys know I have a lot of, so this was perfect. It gives me time to work through my backlog of my TBR, let's be for real. Okay, so the two books that I found for the girlies to pick from were I Kissed Shara Wheeler by Casey McQuiston. You guys know Red, White and Royal Blue. I sing its praises till the cows come home. It's my favorite book ever. I still haven't read this and I don't know why. I'm surprised because I just love Casey's writing so much. But yeah, so this was one option, and then the second option was The House in the Cerulean Sea, and this is by TJ Klune. One of my in real life besties recommended me this, and have I read it yet? No. So these were our two options, and I thought who better to give this one to, and funnily enough was the name that I pulled, and it is the lovely Beck. So Beck and I have been chatting, we've been screeching about so many different things. We do have a shared love of Red, White and Royal Blue, and we do also love The Charm Offensive by Alison Cochrane, and if you guys haven't read that, like, please do. Beck is amazing. They literally just went to this convention the other day, and I'm pretty sure that she was dressed as the cereal, and I just lost my mind. It was so good. Like, again, really funny comedic content, great reviews. Go check them out. I'm just, like, honestly, I love. So anyway, let's see what Beck had to say. So Beck says, of course, I'm going to go with House on the Cerulean Sea because I also have that on my physical TBR. Haha. Excited to see what you think of it. Yay! So Beck has chosen House on the Cerulean Sea. I'm excited. I'm going to have to let you know, bestie. I think this is good because I think I would have probably lent more towards this, but this is going to force me to, like, actually do that. So book number 5 on the TBR. Okay, so prompt number 3 that I ended up pulling was for a book that was published before 2015, which was really hard because a lot of the books that I do have before that time I have read, because that was when I was, like, into my dystopian, you know, fantasy, young adult vibes, you know. So I had to do some research and go, do I have any of these books? And I did. I found 2 books. So the first one is Bully by Penelope Douglas, and I think this was done in 2013, I want to say. This is probably the only P-Doug book on my TBR that I haven't read yet, or in my collection that I haven't read yet. And the second book is one that I tried to read, I want to say a year ago, and I think I got maybe, I don't know, 20% into it and just forgot about it, and it is Shatter Me. Again, this is a massive series, and I just thought, okay, I think I've got to get through it because it's probably one of the oldest books that I have that I haven't read yet. So yeah. So the lovely bestie of mine that got this prompt was the lovely Ainsley. She is just a breath of fresh air. She's so lovely. Love all of her content. She's a beautiful soul. And, like, when I got her reply back just now, I'm just like, oh, I miss her. So Miss Ainsley has said, hello, gorgeous. I've been busy, but so well. How have you been? I've missed your face. I missed yours too. Okay, this is so fun. I'm going to have to pick Shatter Me because I need to know if you enjoy it. I want updates. X. Girly pop, you know you're going to get updates. This is really exciting. Again, it's one that's like, I think Ainsley also messaged me after this and she said that, again, it's like a split of, like, who likes it, who doesn't. But I think it's just one that I've got to give my opinion on. So thank you, bestie. We're adding book number, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the pile. I'm back. I had to pee. So next prompt that I had was for historical fiction. Now, you guys know I love me a bit of historical fiction. I got a lot of it on the TBR. And as soon as I pulled this prompt, whose name did I pull out? One of my besties, Miss Mollie. Miss Mollie girl, my closest relative. She's not my relative, my closest companion book-wise. She lives up in Brizzy. She's quite close to me, let's say that. And we just get along like a house on fire. Miss girl is the, like, biggest lover and queen of small town romance. If you want small town romance recs, go to my girl. She's hilarious. She's funny. And she's just overall a great time. So we actually went to the Lifeline Book Fest a couple days ago and got some of the books that I'm going to show you. So the 2 books that I asked Mollie to pick between were Just Like Heaven by Julia Quinn, which is a Smythe Smith book. If you guys are familiar with the Bridgerton universe, you know in the books there is a family called the Smythe Smiths. They are terrible musicians, but apparently they have books. Didn't know that until I got this for $2. And the second one was Unladylike Rules of Attraction, and this is by Amita Murray. I actually got sent this again by Hachette, I believe, or HarperCollins. No, HarperCollins. So let's see which one Miss Mollie picked. So my girl said, oh my God, yes, girl. Okay, this is actually a hard choice, but obviously I'm going to have to pick the queen. Of course, she picked Julia Quinn. Just like Kevin, then I need updates if I need to read it. Of course, Miss Thing. She's working her way through the Bridgerton books at the moment too. So my girl picked Just Like Heaven, Julia Quinn. So book number 8 going on the pile. No, 7. The next prompt that I got was a book with a person on the front, which was hard because it wasn't like 2 people, because a lot of books, especially romance books, they always have 2 people on the cover. So I had to do some digging and looking through, but I did find 2 books. And the first one is The New Guy by Sabrina Bowen. This is a hockey romance. I think it's also MM, which is really exciting. I did get this as a book fairy, I think, a few months ago. So it's nice and short. I think it would be a good read. Or I could finish off the Kiss Quotient series and read The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. I loved the Kiss Quotient and I loved The Bride Test. I actually love The Bride Test more. But for some reason, I just forgot about this one. Like, I don't know why I didn't get onto it, but I really need to. So we had these 2 books to pick from and I sent them to my lovely friend Hannah, Miss Han. She is so gorgeous, you guys. Like I said, her Instagram is also so beautiful. Like, please go check it out. Again, beautiful soul. All my Aussie BookTok girls are just so amazing. So go give her some love. So Miss Lovely Han has said, oh, this is so fun. I'm honored to be included. Girly, of course you can be included. So I actually haven't heard of either of these before, but purely based off initial impressions and aesthetic, I'm going to have to say The Heart Principle. I hope you enjoy. Hee hee. Thank you, my love. This is a good pick because, like I said, I just want to finish off this series. So I'm very excited, and you know you will be receiving updates. So book number 8 is The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. Okay, the next prompt that we had was a book with 1 word in the title, which was really hard. I had to look through so many stacks. You guys can't even see all my books, but basically I've got a shelf here, obviously behind me. I've got 2 stacks here, 2 stacks behind the plant, a shelf over there, and a TBR cart outside my room because I cannot fit it. So I had to look through so many books for this prompt. And funnily enough, the ones that I found both start with the same letter of the alphabet too. So the first book that I found was Circe by Madeline Miller. So you guys know that I read The Song of Achilles last year, and honestly, like, didn't think I was gonna love it, and then I finished it, and it was it's a masterpiece. It is such a beautiful story. So I've heard this one is just as good as well. And the second book is Collide. And this one is by Bal Kabara. I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I know that this is a sports romance, obviously hockey. And I think that it's like tutor as well, potentially. Maybe. I don't know. So these were the 2 options, and I sent it to the craziest woman I know, one of my absolute besties, and I love her more than anything, Miss Sienna Summer Reads. She is just my ride or die. I have such a good relationship with her. We met up last year with Mollie and a couple other girls in person, and we just hit it off. We just get along like a house on fire. Sienna loves her taboo banned baddie books, loves a little bit of spice, a lot of spice, and she has a lot of like really like unknown great recs. And whenever I need like a book to get me out of a reading slump, or I need someone to like just recommend me something that I'm gonna love, I immediately go to Sienna because our tastes are just really similar. So yes, you're gonna see this message from her in a minute because we just voice message each other back and forth. So I basically voice messaged her and I said, okay girl, I'm sending you your pick. Pick one, please and thank you, love you. And she just said Collide. She said, that's it. And then afterwards in a voice message, she said, because girl, you need to tell me if it's good. And I know you've been wanting to read sports romance, so you tell me if it's good. Miss Sienna has picked Collide. I can't wait. I'm so excited to read this. So book number 9, I want to say, on the list, hopefully. And the final prompt for today was a book by an author you haven't read anything from before, which I am very excited because I love reading new authors and finding new voices as well. So I pulled 2 that have been sitting on my shelf for a really long time. First one's really popular. It is Indigo Ridge by Devney Perry, which is the first book in the Eden series. You guys have said to me a lot that I will love this because it is like small town, and I do love me a small town. So that was the first pick. And the second pick is You Had Me at Hola by Alexis Daria, and I've had this for a really long time. I haven't read anything by this author before, neither of them, like I said, but I bought this at Dimmicks maybe a year and a half ago, or maybe 2 years ago, and it's just been sitting around, so this is a really good excuse to do this. So for my lucky last book bestie that I messaged my lovely gorgeous friend all the way from the other side of the world is Miss Shannon, Miss Shazza. Sorry, I'm putting on an accent because I've now talked about bloody the other side of the world. This girl matches my freak. She matches my freak, okay? Love her so much. She has such good recommendations. She has a lot of videos about like the comparisons between the US covers and the UK covers. She's just a chaotic girl. And if you love chaotic energy like me or whatever, hit her up. She's great. So my lovely girl said, hey, my girl, of course, you know I've got you. Let's go for Indigo Ridge because I've heard incredible things. So the last book for the July TBR is Indigo Ridge by Devney Perry. I'm so excited, you guys. Okay, you guys, that is my July TBR. I'm like, it's such a massive stack of books. I want to say it's like 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 books. Will we get through them all? Absolutely not. But it does give me a nice selection and I'm going to try. Fingers, toes, everything crossed. That I stick to it this month because who knows? Who knows if I will do it, but I think I need to stop like diverting from the TBR. I want to say a massive, massive, massive thank you to all my beautiful girlfriends who participated in today's video. I think it's so exciting to just like support local gals. Obviously Shannon, you the exception, babes, but all my Aussie BookTok girls, I love you so much. I'm giving you all a hug virtually. Just BookTok in general, we just have such a lovely community. Everybody is just so sweet and helpful and, you know, always there for one another as well. And I just think it's always good to support and shout out to your besties who just make reading so much more enjoyable. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed this type of TBR video because I just absolutely loved making it. It was so much fun. What are you guys planning to read in July? I'd love to know. Chuck it in the comments if you got some recommendations. Let's chat about it. But yes, as I always say, if you guys don't already, you are more than welcome to follow me on TikTok or on Instagram. I'll put my handles on the screen here. And whilst you're here, if you like the YouTube setup, feel free to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that little notification bell so that way you get notified every time a brand new video comes up and you get to see my mug. Thank you again so much to all my lovely friends and to all of you, wherever you are in the world. Have a lovely day or a lovely night, and I will see you all next time. Bye.